Senator Rosen.
Thank you, Chairman Wicker, Ranking Member Reed. Thank you to our witnesses, your families today, your willingness to serve. Appreciate that. I want to change it up from the beaches of Florida to talk about something that you don't get to see, which is classified locations. And I want to talk about documenting exposure at classified locations. So, Mr. Anderson, I asked General Kane at his confirmation hearing about documenting exposure at data mass locations, where the duty station and its existence are classified. We have a lot of those all around the country, particularly in Nevada, so that service members' records, well, they accurately reflect service-connected injuries at these classified locations. I've heard from constituents who served at such locations within the Nevada Test and Training Range who believe they were exposed to radiation from our days of conducting explosive nuclear weapons testing and to toxins from burn pits, which disposed of classified waste. However, DoD does not classify the range as a place where exposure has occurred, despite the Department of Energy providing a presumption of exposure for their personnel who served at the same exact locations within the range. And because their service records are data masked, these veterans can't even prove to the VA that they actually were ever stationed there. One such facility that's covered for DOE but not DoD is the Tonopah Test Range, which is at both the DOE and Air Force installation. Portions of the range are still fenced off today due to contamination. But the airmen who served there were never told about the contamination. They do not have a presumption of exposure like their DOE counterparts that they served alongside with, and they can't even prove they were there, again, because their records are data masked. All of this has prevented them from being able to receive the veterans' benefits that they deserve. So, Mr. Anderson, if confirmed, will you commit to working with me and this committee to find a solution that both provides a presumption of exposure at such Air Force locations and provides those who served and are currently serving at these locations with sufficient documentation so that when they become veterans, they can submit claims for health-related issues without compromising the security of their service details?
Senator Rosen, absolutely. If confirmed, I will certainly do that. We owe the care and diligence to individuals who have worn the cloth of the country and have served at a mass location or an unmasked location. We take care of our people equally well, and I will commit to working with my counterparts in the Department of Veterans Affairs and with this committee.
Thank you. It's extremely important, and I want to continue on this a little bit, talking about the NNSA equities that we have. So, Dr. Napoli, the Nevada National Security Site hosts a non-proliferation test and evaluation complex, the largest facility for open-air testing of hazardous materials and biological stimulants in the world. It's where first responders actually train for nuclear catastrophes. If confirmed, another Nevada equity which would fall under your direction is the Remote Sensing Laboratory, RSL. It's on Nellis Air Force Base and Joint Base Andrews. There's 2 in the country. They provide radiological emergency response teams along the West Coast and the East Coast, respectively, and stand ready to provide emergency radiological response anywhere in the world with deployable teams of experts. RSL's been undergoing a number of upgrades to their equipment, including their helicopters, detectors, communication gears, etc. And I've had the great pleasure of touring their facility at Nellis. I'm glad to bring you there. It's quite remarkable. So, Dr. Napoli, if confirmed, what additional investments in the Nevada National Security Site and the Remote Sensing Laboratory do you think would be prudent to ensure that they continue to fulfill their counterterrorism, nonproliferation, and nuclear detection missions in the years ahead?
Thank you, Senator. The missions that you outline within the Office of Defense Nuclear Nonproliferation are incredibly important. I do look forward to learning more about the nuclear emergency response teams and their actions in the state of Nevada. I've not previously gotten briefed on the details associated with those programs, but I do look forward to learning about that very quickly upon entering into the position. I would say that my experience with the Naval Nuclear Propulsion Program, I have extensive experience in emergency planning and emergency response. So I look forward to bringing those skill sets to the position and leading the team moving forward on those initiatives.
Well, thank you. I welcome you to Nevada, and we'll give you a great tour.
Take you up on that, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Rosen. Senator